Florida. We made it to Crystal Springs. We made it, and we have a fried grouper sandwich, baked potato.
Your awareness of our rules and recommendations is essential to the protection of manatees and their ecosystem.
So we are not on their menu. Like elephants, they don't have any front teeth. They cannot bite you, even if they wanted to. They are called marching molars because that first set will wear out from eating sand and grit and dirt in their vegetation. It falls out. There's a new molar waiting in the back to come up, push the others forward. Florida sticks around about 2 years.
Oh, wow. It's a
You know
big
those
one.
white marks?
Yeah.
Those are prop heads. She's missing a nice chunk out of her tail, too. 2 of them. Don't startle them. They'll knock you in.
That was cool, wasn't it?
Saw me a manatee. Came right up to me in the first 15 seconds. Right, nose went right by me. It's like Close Encounters of the Third Kind with an alien.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how they swim sideways, but they do. We are now in Three Sisters Spring and looking for manatee while kayaking. There are warm springs here. That's why there's so many manatees.
It's the traffic jam zone here. People are trying to go into the back area there to see the manatees up close by swimming there. Can't take kayaks back there. And boat tours as well.
Still in Three Sisters Springs. That's the boardwalk you can walk over, and you can swim up there. And there's a manatee right there.
There's one from you too. Oh!
There you go, careful.
Oh, they are right beside it.
Careful with your hands.
Coming right under us, Mark.
Oh yeah.
Right under us. Wow. That thing is huge. That must be 10, 13 feet. Just paddling out into these little side canals from the main river.
We're enjoying a cocktail after seeing the manatees at our favorite place to get a
grouper sandwich.
grouper sandwich. On its way, we are ready. We earned it today. Kayaking
We swam in manatee poop.
We swam manatee poop and put our head in it with a something that would allow us to keep our head underwater indefinitely to prolong the experience, and paid to do it handsomely, I might add, and regretted not giving the woman a tip. We should have. We'll mail her something. She was good. Captain D. We won't forget her. We're back for our second helping of our favorite fish dinner. Grouper, grilled, with baked potatoes.
Yeah.
Yummy. We're on our walk towards the sunset that you probably can't see, but we did. Our plan was to walk back and see it 2 or 3 times, but now we're just going to chase that sun till we catch up to it. Hurry, hurry. Crystal River. Don't miss it.
We managed to find the sunset.
We're here till
In the hot tub, having a good time. We're having a good time in the hot tub. Woo! With our friends. This is Fort Mantanzas, Spanish Fort Watchtower, St. Augustine. Fort Mantanzas. This shows how the French and the Spanish were fighting over this territory. Created the watchtower to prevent people coming into St. Augustine. We're at the DeLacy's house in St. Augustine, and through the bathroom back door over their patio is the sunrise. It's about 55 degrees right now. Castillo San Marcos.
My family gets here on Friday.
Sean and I went.
Fountain
and
of Youth.
They have these little.
St. Augustine is a wedding town. It's universal.
We're going on a boat ride. I'm taking a little video now. Castillo San Marcos.
And this, of course, was a walled city. Those walls are
And it was built in 1565 or something.
yes.
Pulling into our lunch spot. My mahi-mahi was very good.
Empty plate.
All of these are oysters. All those black things.
Oh, dolphins! They're so cool. Oh, wow. A lot of pelicans over there.
What is this?
All of those are oysters. Back at
Go in the back.
the
It's
DeLacy's.
easier for him to get off the back.
Yeah.
There you go.
These are the oyster beds right at Corey's house. Isn't that crazy?
Some will make you do it.
It's a great place. Pretty view in Amelia Island. It makes my picture just right.
There it is.
Woohoo! Oh, there it goes. Yes.
That's the money shot.
We're at Barb and Crawford's house in Amelia Island, watching the sun come up.
Wow, it's fast, isn't it? Holy cow.
It's very fast. Walking on the beach in the morning, around 55 degrees. Very nice.
Robert's father actually encouraged me to play so that Crawford would get back into it.
We're at the Amelia Island display. We're at the oldest hotel in the state of Florida. Ulysses S. Grant stayed here.
So Amelia Island has been owned by 8 different entities. So it's the place of 8 flags.
Maybe you should take a before and after picture of us.
This is a zombie chocolate cookie. Oh my God. San Fernandino Beach, Amelia Island. And there he is again. The pirate we first saw in Cinque Terre, that we saw in France, everywhere else too, California. This is Florida's oldest bar.
Looking across Amelia River, that is Georgia on the other side. We are on the northern easternmost point of the state of Florida, and this is Fort Clinch that was built in the early 1800s after the War of 1812 to protect America from future invasion.
So, is that the town of St. Mary's over there?
Yes, St. Mary's, Georgia is right over there.
So if you want to go to Cumberland Island, you have to drive a roundabout way to get to St. Mary's to catch the National Park Fair. Derogatory way, but it's true.
We're on St. Simon's Island, and Crawford recommended Southern Soul barbecue. We got pulled pork, beans, and fried okra. And this was in diners, dives, and drive-ins. This meat is so tender. It's definitely the tenderest meat I've ever had. We're at Fort Fredericka National Monument on St. Simon's Island. And we learned in a movie that this is where, in 1745 or something like that, the English fought the Spanish over these disputed lands. We're walking on the grounds of Fort Fredericka, and look at this Spanish moss. Wow. So this is Broad Street, or the main street of the town that was set up by Oglethorpe in like 1745. This ruin was the house of a candle maker. The town was destroyed by a fire in 1758. Here is a diagram of the fort. This remnant is all that time has spared of the citadel of the town of Fredericka, built by General Oglethorpe in 1736 as an outpost against the Spaniards in Florida. This is the back of it. Mark noticed all the shells in the walls. This is a dig site. They said only 5% of these grounds have been excavated. Oglethorpe was friendly with the Indians, and he convinced people to come over from England, promising them land and provisions for 1 year. Moss hanging everywhere. We are at the Fort Pulaski National Monument now in Savannah. After the War of 1812, the U.S. built these modern forts along the East Coast. In 1829, Robert E. Lee, right out of West Point, was assistant engineer at Fort Pulaski.
Up the drawbridge, those would be loaded. Finally, that very last line of defense is this 12-pounder field howitzer.
At the start of the Civil War, the Georgia militia took the fort because only 2 people were defending the fort. However, with the advent of a rifled cannon that exploded on impact, it basically the Union forces retook the fort in 30 hours of siege. This made this type of masonry fort obsolete. The southernmost entry point of the Underground Railroad. If the slaves could make it here, they could be transported by boat north. This is Forsyth Park in the historic district of Savannah. Lots of Spanish moss. This is a memorial to the Georgia Volunteers of the Confederate Army. Walking toward the fountain now. Huh, green water for St. Patrick's Day. Savannah's supposed to have one of the largest St. Patrick's Day parades in the country. The street has many Victorian houses. This monument is to the Georgians who served in the Spanish-American War, 1898 to 1902, in the Philippines, Cuba, and Puerto Rico. This is the Savannah City Hall, and we're in the historic district near the Riverwalk. We're walking down the Savannah Riverwalk. Shops on one side of the street. This is the Waving Girl statue, supposedly someone who waved for 40 years to the incoming boats. Boats going out to the Atlantic Ocean. Behind this island is South Carolina. Well, we have a Christmas shop and a psychic palm and tarot reader and souvenir shops and some restaurants along this old cobblestone street. Cobblestone access to the street above in several places. So in Savannah, there are about 15 or 20 of these little tiny squares, public parks. This is where Nathaniel Greene, the Revolutionary War hero, is buried. These squares are dotted all over the historic district, about 20 of them. Another green fountain, we're seeing them all over. We're going in Paula Dean's store. A little bit about Paula Dean, then there's a store and there's a restaurant. He's getting carded.
There we go. All right. I got it. Yes.
After tons of seafood, I've got a salad with salmon and
there's no wrong.
what was this called? This is a Filipino restaurant.
It's literally like everything is
We
there.
forgot what it is, but it's noodles and veggies,
You need right there. It's just whether or not.
and it's really good. We stopped in Macon on our way to Atlanta and have our once in a vacation peanut butter parfait. Somehow I convinced Mark to come to another national monument, the 5th on this trip,
I wasn't asked.
the 3rd in 2 days.
History of anything.
And this is an Indian mound.
Just said make a left.
So we're learning about these Indian mounds, and when we went to Hopewell in Ohio, that was in the Woodland period, 1000 BC to 900 AD or CE, and we are here in Georgia, Macon, Georgia, Ocmulgee National Monument, and that was the Mississippian period that went through 1540 until DeSoto came through. Had to transport the dirt bucketful by bucketful. They also transported clay up the mountain and covered the different mounds with clay. We're coming up to the Earth Lodge. Here's the Earth Mound, other mounds.
Entering the Earth Lodge.
Very cool how this is totally underground and encased in this glass thing so that people won't mess it up.
This is the walls we just walked through to get here, and then this is the whole inside where all 47 of the community leaders sat along with the chief up there. Looks like a fire pit here. Escape for the fire there. So on 2 days a year, the light comes straight down this tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
Because they line this up in a certain way from east to west.
With the equinoxes.
And it illuminates where the chief would sit. Presumably they had special ceremonies on those days, twice a year.
That's so cool. Don't you think it's cool?
Got me again. Got me again. You always get me.
You like these places.
Well, this place is really great. This is really special. This is a long walk in and out. It's at least 15 feet, maybe 20. That place, that's indestructible to maybe anything but flooding.
We're here at Natalie and Drew's house in Atlanta. Talking about kitty cats and jobs.
So there's all these effects, and that's just the amp, so I haven't gotten to the pedals yet. On the guitar, you can adjust the same kind of thing. You're physically moving it. So it's changing the length of the string, which is changing.
We're in a hot yoga class. I'm already too hot. Getting ready to start a hot yoga class.
We're making a baby registry.
Baby registry. And ChatGPT came in handy.
It always does.
Whoa! Now Drew and Mark are playing basketball. Wow. We chill.
We're REMing. After pickleballing, basketballing,
Yoga.
hot yoga, eating, time to go do some more eating. We've been almost 2 hours since we ate. That's against our general policies. Natalie made this sweater. I think it's quite, it actually goes with your whole ensemble.
I'm grandma.
The grandma vibe.
Embracing the grandma vibe.
Grandma.
Embracing the grandma vibe. That's it.
Oh, we're at an Ethiopian restaurant. Woohoo!
First time in a while.
Finger that you just took off and put it on this one right here.
On the 5th?
Yeah, yeah, 5th string. And but you don't hit this first, right? Just your palm is hitting against it.
We're at Lidl with Natalie, and luckily it's Easter, and there's marzipan eggs, score.
There's more stuff we haven't gotten yet.
There's mini marzipan eggs.
Mmm. Try to get one that Drew's in tipped in.
Way to go, Drew! Got that on film.
You got it on film?
Woohoo! Daddies. Dunk Daddies do it again. Dunk daddies, dunk daddies, dunk daddies. I'm going for a walk on the Beltway in Atlanta. Natalie, Drew. This is a brewery by the Beltway. We're just going for a walk. Luke's on the phone.
Really close to Inman Park, where we stayed last time we were here in Atlanta area. But we're going south instead of going north from Krog Street Market. Walking through Glenwood Park. This is a portion of the Beltline that is being constructed. They removed some railroad. We're having a little snack on the Beltline. Fish dip with potato chips. Interesting combo. We're eating again. This time Italian. I already finished mine.
I'm almost done. Drew's got another bowl to eat.
We've had a very good week here. It's our last meal together.